This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.
The news says Gen Z.
Good evening and welcome to the South Side, Terre Haute South High School, located in Terre Haute, Indiana, for tonight's Conference Indiana Game of the Week. This is the Indiana Sports Network, and you're watching Indiana High School football. Hello, friends. Walter Gordon is alongside Mr. Brock Miller, bringing the action here from Bob Clements Field tonight. A couple of conference foes finishing out the regular season, Brock. A couple of teams that had high aspirations. Terre Haute South 5-3 on the season. Columbus North 4-4. Maybe a little down from what they normally are, but tonight should be a fantastic game.
Yeah, if we were setting the over-under tonight, Walt, we might set it at 90.
Sure.
But both of these teams are capable of scoring 40 to 50 points this evening, so I think we'll see a lot of offensive fireworks this evening.
Seems like when that is the expectation, the reality goes a different direction. I know, like
Right.
the Thursday night football game with a
Sure.
low scoring. Hopefully, I'll be honest with that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see 3-0 at halftime. Hopefully, the fans get treated tonight, and I think they will.
If any of our other Terre Haute South games are any indication,
Yeah.
more than likely this will be a track meet. When you look at Columbus North, senior wide receiver Cooper Horn, 53 catches for almost 1,200 yards and 16 touchdowns.
That's doing it, man.
In high school football, those are really, really impressive statistics. So I'm excited to see him play tonight. Zach Horn, I assume maybe his brother,
Sure.
both seniors. He is 150 for 232, so about 65% in terms of his completion percentage, 22 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. So that's a really good turnover ratio. So I think both of these teams are going to put it in the air, and then obviously Terre Haute South, we know what's going to happen. A lot of Josh Cottee, and if Columbus North can contain Josh Cottee, they'll be able to stay in the game. And if they cannot contain Josh Cottee, then that's when Brady Wilson and Nas McNeil and their passing game can really start to pick you apart. So we'll see. Defensively tonight, we'll see.
Brady Wilson, a sophomore quarterback that has shown to be formidable, is really coming into his own throughout this season. He's had a really good sophomore campaign.
Yeah, 64% completion percentage, 12 touchdowns this year. So he must have recently had a game where maybe he had several interceptions, because I know
there was Brebeuf last week.
Okay, so that makes sense, because up until Brebeuf, he had a pretty good turnover ratio as well. So the sophomore can put it in the air and spreads it around equally. Lowe, 444 yards. McNeil, 425 yards. Heron, the sophomore, 325 yards. So he doesn't have like a Cooper Horn where it looks like Columbus North is going to kind of go to one person. Terre Haute South is going to spread the ball around a little bit more.
And tonight, conference affair, Conference Indiana, second place up for grabs, Columbus North and Terre Haute South. We'll be right back after this message at our Culver's pregame show. After the commercial break, we'll have an interview with Coach Tim Aaron. We'll be right back.
Gen Z is a stall generation. The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
You talked early in the year about having talent and character, and they've proven for you. You're playing tonight for second place in the conference. You got to be pleased.
Yeah, we're ecstatic. The guys have bought in the culture that we talked about at the beginning of the year, holding each other accountable, and that's been the big factor. They're holding each other accountable, and the coaches are holding them accountable, and we're holding ourselves as coaches accountable. And the biggest thing is just the talent we've had. You know, the receivers, and Brady's playing great at quarterback, and with Nas and Deshaun and Chris out there at receiver, and then Josh Cotti. I can't say enough about him and our offensive line. You know, he's averaging about 135 yards a game this year, and he's about to break the school record hopefully tonight, 80 yards away, which has been since 1999. He'll be over 3,200 yards total. Hopefully he can add to that the rest of the season, but I'm just proud of these guys buying in. And what's even better is our JV and freshman team have 5 wins, which has never happened in the school program.
You got a great feeder system coming up for the next 2-3 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our 7th and 8th graders and our young guys, and really what people don't realize, we're only starting 3 seniors on defense. And so we expect to be even better on defense next year. We're going to lose some skilled guys on offense with Josh, but we feel like we got 3 or 4 running backs in the pipeline that would normally play for us. And we love our receiver depth. We got about 10, 12 guys that we feel like can play any time for us right now, and all of them will be back -3. So we're looking really forward to that.
With those guys coming up, and you got a large group of sophomores, your quarterback, receivers. Man, you're gonna be something next year. But tonight you're wearing pink.
Yeah, it's our pink out game. We had shirts made that they're honoring family members or friends of theirs that suffered or have passed away or fought breast cancer, maybe beat it, or cancer in general. So we're going to wear pink jerseys tonight that we got as a team. It was a deal we made with them. If they got some wins, we did some things right in the summer, and so we purchased it. They didn't think we were getting them, and we surprised them with them last night.
You're facing a first-year coach. He's changed up the program a little bit. What can we expect to see?
A lot of shifts, a lot of motions, a lot of movement pre-snap. They're going to run zone and power, and they're going to throw the ball vertical, but it's a lot of shifting that we haven't seen a lot of. But like we told our guys on defense, whatever they finish in is what we're worried about, not where they start. And then on defense, they used to be a hard cover 2, 4-3 team. Still kind of that 4-3 variations, but more cover 3 with one high safety. I feel like their front box is pretty challenging. So that's a good challenge for us and Josh this week. So we feel like we've been able to run against anybody. But they leave some holes in the passing game, and it's shown in some of the films against Terre Haute North and Bloomington North that I'm hoping we can exploit tonight.
Thank you very much. Congratulations on the year so far. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And coming onto the field, the Terre Haute South Braves as we come back from commercial break. As you heard, interview from Coach Tim Herron, the pink out tonight. We're honoring and congratulating people that are fighting cancer, and also honoring those that have gone before, after finishing their fight with cancer. Something that is, if you live and breathe, if you have a pulse, there's someone that you know or someone you're close to, most likely that is battling that dreaded disease.
Absolutely, and the jerseys look really sharp tonight. The Braves look ready to play.
Yeah.
If the Braves are able to escape tonight with a victory, they will have 6 wins, coming off a season with 1 win, starting a sophomore quarterback, a lot of sophomores coming back. Like Coach Herron said, obviously losing Josh Cotti is that you're not going to feel good about that.
Right.
Losing McNeil, losing Deshaun Lowe, but bringing a lot of kids back, riding some momentum of a 6-win, possibly 7-win season if they can get a win in sectional.
That was one of the more, and this, I'm just going to say it, that was one of the more candid, honest interviews that you'll hear. He let people know things that usually are not said out loud. Maybe it's said in coaches' rooms and off camera, but he was very open and honest, and I appreciate that from Coach Herron about what is in the pipeline. A lot of coaches don't want to talk about what's coming up.
Sure.
What's next year. I know
sure.
I know we focus on right now,
Absolutely.
But the truth is the truth. They have a chance in the next years to keep continuing, not just a blip on the schedule and then right back to 1 or 2 wins. This is an opportunity for the Braves to have some continued success for the next several years.
I think also whenever you look at the seniors, losing Alex Rose on defense is really going to be a massive hit to this defense. 118 tackles this year, 71 solos, 47 assisted tackles. That is going to be hard to come back from. They're really going to miss Alex Rose next year on defense. I believe he accepted a preferred walk-on spot at ISU
awesome.
this week. So another person from the Valley going to ISU, staying close to home, and hopefully he can get on campus and contribute.
Right. And we see a lot of local flavor on field for Indiana State University. I know Dakota Caton from Sullivan, the running back that's a sophomore from North Central Farmersburg on the field. So not just Terre Haute, but the surrounding area being recruited well by Coach Mallory. And Alex Rose would be a great addition if that's the case. And well, you look forward to the young man continuing his career.
With Coach Wilson probably watching Brady on film this year. If you watch the South Braves, number 30 will pop off the screen very, very quickly. And I'm sure we will be calling his name consistently on defense this evening.
So the Terre Haute South Braves will receive the opening kickoff, as you see on your screen. I'm just telling you that the field looks magnificent with the pink S, the numbers. The field is in really good condition for all grass field at this time of the year.
Absolutely.
We've been fortunate with some pretty good weather. Not a lot of rain on Fridays
Not
this
too
year.
cold. Nice fall weather. Bridge Festival. You're going to the Bridge Festival next week?
I'm going to be honest. I have never been, and I probably won't go this year.
That's a good
large
idea.
crowds. I like to stay away from large crowds and traffic.
Yeah, and it's pretty insane how many people are there. It really is a very, very large event. It's shocking to me the number of people that consistently go.
If somebody wants to give me a helicopter ride and just drop me and then pick me up at a certain location, I would be there for sure.
Yeah, and the people say, oh, the food is good, and it's fine, but it's not a Culver's Butterburger.
You know what? There's not much that is, and Culver's a great job of stepping up, and we appreciate them. Our pregame sponsor. I also want to thank our presenting sponsor, these nice Nike Dry Fit awesome polos, Indiana Army National Guard. Don't want to leave out anyone else, though. Farm Bureau Insurance with Micah Bonomo, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Great Dane, Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank.
This game is presented by
York
the Indiana
Automotive. York has locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. Getting ready for action here tonight. Terre Haute South hosting a Conference Indiana foe, Columbus North, on the last week of the regular season. It seems like just a few days ago we were, watching the Jamboree, and now here we are finishing off the regular season.
Zaire White and Treva Branch, the sophomores, back to return for the Terre Haute South Braves. Zaire White, I believe, probably most likely person to fill in for Josh Cottee next year, but who knows? If you don't kind of have that bell cow back, maybe Coach Herron uses a couple running backs next year, like he said. So we'll see. But when Zaire White does get the opportunity to play this year, he has made some really explosive plays. So we might see some of him this evening as well.
And the ball is in the air. Deep kickoff back to the 5-yard line. Let's see where the Braves come out after a hard collision. And
Jackson Haston on the tackle there.
Absolutely.
Heck of a hit. Heck of a run there by White as well.
So the Braves will start their first possession on the 25, 26-yard line, I believe we'll call it.
We will not see the Braves go under center. It's very rare. A lot of gun, a lot of 4 wide. Chris Herron will kind of shift from a tight end with the hand on the ground. He'll go to the slot. They'll kind of put him all over the formation. And it seems like, on third and long type situations or first down situations, Brady Wilson loves to look for Chris Herron.
Terre Haute South loves to spread the ball around. They want to make you cover the entire field. Low in the near side slot. Keep your eyes on number 4 as this game progresses.
Inside.
And guess who? Cottee got a little bit of a block from Low. Wasn't able to sustain that block, so a short carry.
It's a good gang tackle there by Columbus North. That's how you have to tackle Josh Cottee. You can't try to tackle him individually, and you certainly can't try to tackle him up high. You got to get him low and have multiple people get to him.
First play from scrimmage defensively for the Bulldogs, and you see number 51, Savion Miles, 6'1", 295, popping on your screen.
McNeil, Herron, and Lowe split out to the left. Quick screen to McNeil.
Out to the far side.
Some blocks,
see there's no blocking.
Cutting it back up the field.
Reverse field. Kind of hard to, go laterally against these Bulldogs, but we got a few yards out of it. A high tackle attempted. It could have been close to a face mask, but good job of the Bulldogs. Pulled the hand back.
So far, Columbus North is doing a really good in terms of like pursuit angles, taking really good angles on the field and not letting Nas. He stretched that out. He ran about 80 yards and gained 3.
Yeah. So it's a 3rd and short, very manageable for the Braves. This is about where you want to be. If you have 3rd down,
Sure.
you want it to be 3rd and 3, 4, somewhere in that ballpark. Exactly where we are with 3rd and I believe 3. Kati flanking Wilson for the last time in his regular season career. Little
Inside
counter.
hand off to Kati. Going to get the first down.
First
With
down
these.
and more. Put a step.
Uh-oh.
Good luck tackling him across the 40 to the 30, down to about the 27-yard line. He sized up when the Bulldogs went 1v1. You're not going to make that tackle more times than not.
That was great blocking by the South Braves there. Good call by Coach Herron. Just the delayed handoff. Josh was patient, had that first block, and was able to gain about 30 on the play.
Coach Herron very excited about the possibility of Kati bringing the all-school rushing record. Here comes Lowe, far side, going to hole. Another first down or very close to it, Deshaun Lowe.
They love
Should
running that
have it.
end around to Deshaun Lowe, and they'll occasionally run it to McNeil as well. They have several carries on the year.
So I think they said Kati needed, 80 some odd
80.
yards?
So he's gonna. I mean, if they get the ball back 2 more times in the first half, he's probably gonna break that record.
Good drive by the Braves thus far. First downs on back-to-back plays. 3 receivers in the route. Got to watch out for Herron also. Wilson pulls it over the middle.
Touchdown.
Is it good? The call is touchdown.
There was even a little hold there too, Walt. The defender grabbed Chris Herron and kind of got his jersey a little bit, was able to break through. You can see right now that his jersey's pulled down. That's where the defender got him. But that was a great catch, great throw there by Chris Herron from Brady Wilson.
So an 18-yard touchdown pass, Wilson to Herron. We've said it before. We'll say it for 2 more years with good health. I'm going to say I called that. I just said you got to watch out for Herron, and what do you know? Right over the middle, the tight end
Right
gets
up
his
the
first
seam.
grab.
It's a dangerous weapon. You
Yes.
see it in the NFL now with Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews. If you have a athletic tight end that can block and can run routes, catch the balls, is an incredible weapon in football right now.
Kick is up. Kick is good. 7-0 Braves. 10-17 to go first quarter. I'll be right back.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look both ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
So the Braves draw first blood here tonight as they dent the scoreboard in the first possession of the game. Touchdown pass, Wilson to Herron. Edwards and Blythe back for the kickoff for the Bulldogs. Little bouncer fielded at the 10. Edwards gets to around the 25-yard line.
Good tackle there by Josiah Dido.
So here comes the the quarterback for the Columbus North Bulldogs, Zach Horn, 6'3", 195. He is a senior, and folks, he is tossed the bean around a little bit this year, over 2,000 yards in the regular season with this game to go.
Nearly 1,200 of those yards going to number 2, Cooper Horn. Number 1, Blythe on the reception for Columbus North. He gains about 8 yards, gets out of bounds.
So both teams start their possession on the 26-yard line. Let's see how both teams fare. We saw Braves scored. Let's see what the Bulldogs do. We mentioned early it might be an up-and-down game.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to put the ball in the air early and often. First possession, quick pitch out to the right to Blythe. Just takes it for about 7 yards, sneaks out of bounds. 4 wide, just a spread formation here for the Bulldogs.
No one in the backfield with Horn. Horn's going to keep it. Sees a little bit of room, get the first down and more across the 45-yard line to around the 46. A nice little run by Horn. He also, has a few rushes, not many to speak of for the season as far as yards. Under 100 yards rushing, but he saw something there, took the first down.
No rushing touchdowns either, so that lets you know that they do not. Ideally, they would like Horn throwing the ball and definitely not running in scoring position.
Empty back, and here comes Blythe. He has it. Cuts back, a very nice tackle.
There he is.
There's your guy.
Yep. 3 plays in, 1 tackle for Rose.
And you look at Alex Rose, 5'10", 160. Not a huge guy, but boy, does he make a mammoth difference for the Braves.
I would bet a large sum of money he does not weigh 160 pounds. That roster is not accurate.
I agree with you. 5 in the route, quick pass, and the defended and tackled by Brandon Freeman.
Catch there by number 88, Nathan Palmer, the 6'3", 175-pound senior. So Columbus North has some basketball players out there. They have some height in terms of their receivers. So, like I said in the pregame, I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of yards, a lot of points this evening.
I want to say I saw the Hornets on the basketball court when they came to town. It was maybe a year ago.
Okay.
Or was that 2 years? I don't remember the way the schedule went. But I don't know if they still play basketball, but I'm pretty sure I've seen them on the court. So
yeah, they're both 6'3", so it would make sense.
Here comes Blythe up the middle, surging for that first down. Offensive line could not get quite enough push.
This is big territory here. We'll see what they choose to do.
With that play, you would think they're going to go for it.
Well, yeah, they're taking Horn out, so I assume they're punting. Nope.
Yeah, I just with that run up the middle. I just kind of thought they might go for it on 4th down. We'll still see. But with that 4th and short, you take Savion Miles up.
It looks like, well, either a wildcat formation or they are planning to punt it.
Blythe, hands up. No, he keeps. And pushes forward, gets to the 40-yard line, putting in for the first down. So that wildcat you mentioned.
Yeah, I love that. Just keeping the same personnel out there, bump your quarterback out, quick wildcat, snap it to the running back, and we will see Terre Haute South do that as well. They love to do that with Kotze inside the 10. They'll throw in a wildcat. They will take Wilson out sometimes when they run it and throw in Alex Rose.
So Horn back up there in the quarterback position.
Blythe.
Oh, the little trickeration. Going to be a pass by Edwards. Has a man. Touchdown Wildcats. Oh, my. Cooper Horn with the touchdown reception. 40-yard strike.
Cooper Horn with his 17th touchdown reception of the year. So the senior has had a phenomenal year scoring the ball. So this is game 9, touchdown 17. So if he can get another one, Walt, he's averaging about 2 touchdowns receiving per game, and it's an incredible average for a high school senior.
Cooper Horn, first touchdown pass of the season. Not his first pass, though. His 4th attempt of the season goes for his first touchdown. Kick is up, no good. That's a big miss right there, 7-6. Braves up 1. We'll be right back.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s,
Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
Well, the Bulldogs did match the touchdown. A deep kickoff, again, back to the 5-yard line. Run back across the 25.
Takes out to the 30-yard line.
Yep.
The North Unites lead Indian Creek 7-0 currently.
And the Knights, that's a big game at Indian Creek tonight.
Yeah, so if Northview wins, they would be second in the WIC. And I believe if Terre Haute South wins tonight, then they would be second place in Conference Indiana as well. So two local teams doing well in their conferences. So we'd love to see them as champions, but, you know, second place is pretty good.
Kati looking for a little room. Surges ahead for about 3. So the Braves on their second possession tonight.
The Braves always signaling the offense, so they never really huddle up. They look to the sideline, find their formation, they get lined up, get their play called. You know, so a lot of communication going on.
No jumping, very good on the defensive line thus far. Good blocking downfield, a strike to Heron over the middle. 2 around the 32-yard line. Beautiful pitch and catch. Great blocking by that O-line.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris Heron just sneaking up the seam again. A lot of eyes on Deshaun Lowe and Nas McNeil.
Rightly so.
Chris is able to just sneak right up the seam, getting past those linebackers, and there's some really good throws by Brady Wilson.
So that connection is now accounted for, over 40 yards tonight between those two catches. Braves down to the 32.
Low in motion.
Gives to Kati. That hole closed quickly. What a great tackle.
Yeah.
By who was that? Is that
21?
Oh, it's a great tackle.
Ramirez, the sophomore on the tackle.
Kati a little slow getting up there. He's all right.
Yeah, Jose Ramirez with the great open field tackle for a sophomore on Josh Kati. That's impressive.
I'm going to say against a lot of teams the Braves have played, that would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, or he would have definitely been shedding that first tackle for sure.
Just the fact that Ramirez was able to close that gap
very quickly.
Yes, that was impressive.
Again, 3 wide to the left of the Braves. Lowe, McNeil, and Heron split out wide in like a trips.
We'll see how this is defended.
Kati
going that way. Has a man bobbled but held on to. Can you get the first down? Yes. Great effort by Lowe.
Lowe bobbled it, almost confused himself. He kind of glitched out there for a second, caught it, and then went back about his business.
Had a little time. If there was been an immediate hit, I'm sure the ball would have been separated, but he did a great job to get that first down with that effort.
Very good concentration off the bobble.
Down to the 21, 1st and 10 Braves. Second drive, looking good.
Kati with about 5 on first down.
Kati averages about 7 per. When you are churning out yards like that, it's just it gives you something that you definitely have to be worried about.
Yeah, see, if Josh gets 150 tonight, he will be at roughly 1,400. Plays next week. Who did South draw in sectional?
Franklin.
So that's a winnable game.
Yeah. Here at the South as well.
Yeah, so there's a good chance, depending on what happens, he could potentially get to 2,000 yards this year.
Needed a block on the outside, didn't quite get it, but boy, the effort by Kati gets that first down for the Braves. I thought it was going to be tackled short.
Yeah. Yeah, if the Braves can win that first sectional game and Kati gets 2 more games, he's going to be inching at 2,000. Yeah.
First and goal from the 9 for the Braves. Bulldogs trying to get set defensively. They do. Here comes Kati. Near side running through the hole. Touchdown, South. Josh Kati, 9 yards from scrimmage to the house.
The 18th rushing touchdown of the year for Josh Kati. So Cooper Horn with his 18th receiving touchdown. Josh Kati with his 18th rushing touchdown.
Amazing.
Yeah, this is really, really high touchdown numbers for high school football.
I'll be very interested to know where Horn is being looked at / going.
Yeah. With
those numbers,
are some serious numbers.
In that size.
Yeah, 6'3".
Yes.
185 pounds.
Kick is up and good, 6-14. Braves up a score. We'll be right back.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
Braves was ready to kick off back to the Bulldogs, and they do so.
Edwards on the return for the Bulldogs.
Edwards smacked hard and brought down.
Alex Rose. Just doing what Alex Rose does.
Yes, he is.
If I had to get, I would say about 182 pounds at 5'6", maybe 185. I mean, he's a stout young man.
He is. So great kick coverage for the Braves. You know, this is a series that has not been kind to the Braves over time. Columbus North has really put South through the paces. Little quick pass to Blythe. He's hemmed in by the Braves. Ball's out. Blythe has it back. I think he would have been down. Would you agree?
Yeah, it's just Alex Rose again. I mean, he's just literally all over the field. His pursuit of the football, his tenacity. You don't always see that in high school football. And he's the type of kid that if he, puts his mind to it and puts in the work and puts in the time at Indiana State, you could see him at some point trying to contribute in some way or another, whether it's special teams, linebacker, whatever. Someone like Alex Rose can help your football team at the next level.
Flag for the first time tonight, so maybe a motion penalty of the Bulldogs or the Braves. We'll see what this is.
A lot of motion for the Columbus North Bulldogs.
Boy.
You like to see it.
South offsides.
The new coach switching things up, formation changes, personnel changes, groupings of that same personnel. I really like what the Columbus North coach has done just in this first couple plays.
Logan Haston in his first season.
It looks like it's just going to be a game in terms of who gets the most stops because, there's a good chance South's going to score 50 tonight. So it's just how much is Columbus North going to be able to score.
Blythe on the carry, gets a few. So it's going to be third and short.
It's a big play for the Bulldogs because they will definitely have to punt here. Yeah.
To the line quickly here. South almost jumped.
Just wanting to see what they can see.
Yep.
2 running backs in there with Horn. Blythe in motion. Inside handoff.
Oh, what a hard tackle. It's going to be held short. He's going to be short a full yard.
Number 8,
maybe
Drew Thies
yard and a half.
with the hit from behind.
Yes. I would think this is a punting situation here.
The punt team would be coming out here for Columbus North. This is risky territory to go for it.
Boy, what a big stop for the Braves here if they go ahead and get this punt Ian Calvert, I do believe, is back. Yes, back to punt for the Bulldogs.
Deshaun Lowe is back to return for the Braves.
Calvert's going to need to get some hang time here. Lowe is electric.
Lowe will look for a block from McNeil on the gunner if he's able to get his hands on it.
Great hang time.
Yeah, that's a good punt.
That's a fantastic punt. Didn't get a good Bulldog bounce, but a great
bounce
punt.
the other direction.
So it'll be fielded at the 35 after this commercial break. Braves will have the ball.
Your All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an All-Pro deal on your next car, truck, or SUV? York is my #1 pick. With over 600 vehicles in stock, York has the largest selection to meet your needs. We're talking new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Take it from one All-Pro to another, York has your best deal.
Shop online at yorkautomotive.com and we'll show you why we're not #1, you are.
We're not #1, you are. You're #1 at York.
Neither of these teams could be #1 in the conference, but #2 is what they're shooting for here. Here comes Cotti across the far side, gets the first down and more. Gets to around midfield. Cotti churned off another 15.
Yeah, we don't have an exact number, Walt, but that's got to be close there to the record. I would say this drive right
70.
here, he's probably going to pick up the school rushing record for the Terre Haute South Braves.
If he gets the ball again right here after that run, then I think Coach is hunting for that record.
Oh, yeah,
that means he's close.
Just feed
and we're
it to
trying
him.
to get it to him real quick.
Yeah, he's close.
Cotti is a flat-out workhorse. Braves have had some great backs down through the years. He is statistically trying to be the best.
Good throw.
Beautiful throw to Heron once again at the sideline. Another pitch and catch by the sophomore sensations.
Yeah, just a really good rapport for those two sophomores. You'd love to see that as a head coach. Coming into next year, losing Lowe and McNeil, but you have Chris Heron coming back, and some of your younger receivers then get a shot to step up and fill Lowe and McNeil's shoes.
Braves at the 35-yard line of the Bulldogs already. Here comes another quick one. Low. Oh, boy. Through the middle, jitterbugging. And hard to bring him down. He's a low target, and he's elusive.
Call me crazy, Walt. I don't think the Columbus North Bulldogs are going to stop the South Braves tonight. So far, if it's any indication in one quarter, so far they're moving the ball with relative ease.
Yeah. 3 receivers far side for the Braves once again. Cotti does not get the ball. Same play.
Though.
Low. He bounces to the outside this time. Gets around 8. Do you dare run it 3 times in a row, Brock?
I mean, if it's working, you might as well. You go back to the well until they stop it. So this time Heron is in line with his hand in the dirt. Low McNeil and number 80, A.J. Watkins out wide.
Here
inside
comes
handoff
Cotti.
to Cotti. Bring up what? 3rd and short here for the Braves. 3rd and 3.
Trickling down to almost a minute left in the first quarter. Big 3rd down play for both squads. This is a big down defensively for the Bulldogs. They need to stop right here.
And the Braves do have a capable kicker, so they will bring their field goal kicker on the field if they feel they're close enough.
Braves go heavy in the backfield. Bring Rose in.
Oh, he almost jumped.
Rose has it. Surges ahead for the first down. Get low.
Yeah, just kind of dove ahead for that first down. Wasn't really worried about getting anything else other than the first down.
Braves just in great position here to score once again. 1st and 10 from the 14. Couple substitutions both ways. McNeil comes out. Have not seen him hit the ball in his hands as of yet. I'm sure that will change very soon. Not on this play, though.
Yeah, usually Lowe will be McNeil will be the one to take the top off. So if they want to take a shot.
Here's your Wildcat.
Yep, this has been really effective.
Cotti gets a block from Lush. It's going to be a hold. Yeah, it's going to be a hold. It's coming back. If it's not, it's a touchdown because he punted the pylon. They're going to signal a touchdown. No, they're going to signal it down. But that's a hold coming back. Yeah, you saw him do screen. Great camera work by our operators, Kanan Harper, Emmy Metcalf, Noah Gastineau, and our producer, director, Mr. Tony Harper. You saw on your screen there, there's a good look. Great play, but the execution just wasn't quite there.
Into the first quarter here, 14, Indian Creek 14, Northview 7.
So that play will be a negative one for the Braves.
When they do go Wildcat, it has been so effective for them.
Yes.
I mean, even there, the hold obviously, but that was a 10-yard touchdown run. It seems like anytime they run that, they can gain that 5 to 6 to 8 yards with ease.
Terre Haute South, after one, holds a 14-6 lead. We'll be back for the second after these messages on the Indiana Sports Network.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Well, the end of the fields changed. We'll see how the fate changes for these clubs. 14-6, Braves up top and driving. First and 23, though, from their counterparts 24 after that holding penalty. We'll see what Coach Heron and squad draw up here.
Low, Heron, and McNeil split wide left for the Braves. Watkins backside with Kati flanking Wilson in the gun.
I'd love to send McNeil. Wilson back to pass, looking to the corner. Up for grabs.
That's a PI.
Could be a PI. Oh, boy, I thought that was close.
Yep. You have to turn your head.
Yeah, there's a penalty.
No matter what.
Yep.
When you see that receiver look, you have got to turn your head as a defender. Otherwise, they're going to call that PI every time. You can block their field of view, but you just have to make it look like you've made a play for the ball. He did not turn around. The Columbus North players are insinuating he did. He definitely did not. Now, Deshaun Lowe probably should have caught that, hit him right in the breadbasket.
Well,
he wants it back.
Yeah.
But they'll take the PI regardless. That's why you want to take shots like that, because even when you don't complete those, sometimes you see that in the NFL all the time. You brought up those Thursday night games. Some of the biggest plays from those games are just taking shots on deep balls and getting a PI, getting a quick 15 yards and a first down.
So now it's 1st and 11. So the Braves gained 13 yards and technically didn't run a play. Here comes Kati. Oh, not a good exchange. Let's see if he can get a block. Breaks one, gets to, around a 6?
Edwards trying to arm tackle him. That's not the way you want to try to tackle him.
No. So here comes Rose back in the game.
We are pretty sure Josh Kati has broke the school rushing record here at Terre Haute South, but I think we're just trying to make sure. He's close to 90 to 100 on the evening, and he only needed about 79.
Rose up the middle, gets to the 3, maybe the 2. Nope, sorry, that was Kati. That was not Rose. My apologies. So the Braves have, 3rd and 1. Odd to be this close to the goal line and have the ability to get a first down.
Little personnel shift here by the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
But here comes the Wildcat.
Are you going to stop
Touchdown
it?
Break.
No, you're not. Oh, maybe so. He surged, but didn't get pulled back. That's going to be close. That's going to be. We haven't seen many measurements this season.
No, I don't think we will here either. Oh. First down. So you get about 4 cracks to run that Wildcat and see if Mr. Kati can plunge into the end zone.
So Kati with the shotgun, looking for a hole. He's got enough. 1-yard touchdown run by Josh Kati.
Touchdown number 19 on the year for Josh Kati rushing.
Got a brave down. Got a brave down. It's a unfortunate situation. He breaks the record, but we're worried about an injured Brave. We'll step aside quickly for an injury timeout. We'll be right back.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look for ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
Injured Brave is up, and he walked off the field under his own power. Josh Kati, the record holder for the Braves, did you say rush yards, right?
Rushing yards, yep. Yeah. Rushing yards record for the Terre Haute South Braves. He has to be approaching the rushing touchdown record. I could be off on that. I don't know. Maybe they had someone back in the day who got 25 or 30, but that is number 19 rushing, 2 receiving. So he's at about 21 touchdowns on the year, which has to be approaching some sort of at least a top 5 touchdown record in Braves history as well.
After the PAT, 21-6 Braves, 10:21 to go, second quarter.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape. From 1971
to 2021, Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
The Braves looking good on homecoming. Here we are, the Powder Puff game and the bonfire last night. A lot of students in attendance for those. The students wearing pink here tonight, cheering loudly for their football team. They cheered loudly for the band before the game started. There's a great student spirit here tonight on homecoming, which is exactly what you would want. You also would want the home team to look good on homecoming. And they do, thus far, a whistle on the kickoff. That's not what you want to see on the kickoff. Maybe a little motion penalty on the Braves. Give 5 yards to the opposition.
Edwards and Blythe back to return for Columbus North.
They've been kicking to Edwards, and there's a reason.
I think so. With Blythe being their leading rusher, he's at about 800 yards on the year, 8 touchdowns. So, yeah, I think if they have to pick their poison right now, they want to kick it to Edwards, who had the touchdown pass earlier on the trick play. So, really, if you take that trick play away from Columbus North right now, it could very easily be Braves 21-0. So far, Columbus North has not shown a propensity to be able to stop the Braves in any way, shape, or form. So we'll see how they adjust to halftime. and see what the plan is to stop these South Braves. Offensively, South is very, very skilled.
Kick by the Braves gets it to around the 10-yard line. That's a pretty good kick. And we'll see what Edwards can do here. Does not break the tackle of the Braves as he tried to get out of it around the 27-yard line.
Number 28, Nick Cassissier on the tackle. Cassissier, try again.
Man, if Coach would have been a couple seconds prior,
yeah, I
then
would
you
have
would
killed it, but I just instead
all
I
right. You got to try it.
It was a good try.
Yeah, it was good. Great.
Phonetically,
effort.
I was close,
agree.
but no cigar. Sorry, Nick. So 3 wide to the right for the Columbus North Bulldogs to start this third drive of the evening, I believe.
Yeah. So Horn had
motion.
Edwards in motion. Now he goes back. Going to
Fake to
look
Edwards,
deep.
quick screen to Blythe.
Oh, what tackle. Great defense by the Braves. Drew Dees. Lot of eye candy on that play.
A lot of motion, a lot of movement, a lot of window dressing by Columbus North. So they've run that play where they put the person in back motion, send him back around. They've dumped it down a couple times to that. This time they faked it, had Blythe sneak in behind, run the running back screen off of that. But it looks like South has sniffed out the film pretty well.
Here comes the
draw.
QB run.
This might be a bit of a new wrinkle
short carry.
today. As you mentioned earlier, Walt, they do not really like to run Horn that much, but maybe they've seen something on film. But the last two series, Terre Haute South has really buckled down defensively. Columbus North has started to really struggle offensively as well.
Blythe, close to 1,000 yards. Close 750 yards on the season rushing.
Yep.
Kind of surprised we haven't seen a few more handoffs to him.
Yeah. They really haven't. Maybe 3 or 4 runs so far.
Yeah. Third and long.
Horn back
Looking.
to pass.
Good time.
Oh, my.
The ball floated in the air forever. Very close to the line of the game.
That horn-to-horn connection. Cooper Horn with another catch. Must be something about receivers named Cooper.
It might be.
Cooper Cup, Cooper Horn. I don't know any else off the top of my head, but in this current example, if you got Cooper, you can catch the ball a little bit. Cooper Manning.
That's true. That's true. First and 10 from the 41. And a flag. A little motion penalty.
It looks like if Northview can make their PAT, it will be 14-13 Northview in the second quarter.
The third penalty on the Braves tonight. That's the outside of the trick play, that's the one negative. I know Coach Heron would love to see these penalties not be called. Maybe the fourth penalty, I think, actually. They have one to kickoff and then the one here. That's 2 basically on this drive.
Yep, 1st and 5 here for the Bulldogs.
Hand off. Tough running up the middle.
To number 20, Sam Mormino, the 5'6" sophomore.
Tough running up the middle against the Braves right there. It'll be second down. Lost a couple. What? Say it again. Second and 7. Looking to the sideline. That's a great play there.
Yeah.
Once again, you found Horn.
Nas McNeil did a great job avoiding the water trough down there. I thought he was going to flip over it. Now you can tell when Horn drops back, he's looking for the first read is 2, regardless of what the defense is doing, regardless of what Coach Jackson has drawn up for the South Braves. He's looking Cooper Horn to whatever else is out there.
Yep.
But he's looking number 2's way right off the bat.
So 3rd and a short and 1 here. And we're going to get a timeout. We're going to get a timeout by Coach Haston. We'll be right back. 7:45 to go, second quarter.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacists. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants. We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown.
Well, after the timeout, 3rd and 1. So a big play here. Blythe, man goes under center. Horn under center. They'll give it to Blythe. That's what we wanted to see some more.
Yep.
Blythe has the first down and more. Plenty good blocking on the line.
Thrown out of bounds there by Drew Dees, but yeah, that's just a quick 8 yards by Blythe.
Yeah.
He's very electric when he has the ball in his hands, and like you mentioned earlier, that's maybe the 5th time he's ran the ball.
Right. Surprisingly low number of carries thus far.
The Bulldogs definitely have some size up front.
Yes,
so
they do.
You would wonder if they would start establishing that run, see if they can, wear down this Braves defense just a little bit.
1st and 10. Looking to Horn. A one-arm catch. That was a nifty grab. Just made it look easy.
Yeah, that was with, I'm pretty sure he's right-handed too. That was with his offhand. Yeah, we don't have instant replay, but that was a phenomenal catch.
We just got to know where he is at all times. Where's 2? He's flipping the field now, going to the far side. Who's got the cover? A lot of cushion over there. Let's see what we do. Blythe. Boy, I tell you what, McNeil took a shot. And that's a flag on the ground.
Yeah, they might call targeting there.
Oof. A hold.
Oh.
A hold on the Bulldogs. That's going to be their first infraction of the game, I do believe. Nas McNeil stuck his helmet in there to make a tackle, and boy, he took a shot there. I think he took more than delivered, but it's going to be all right. Ball goes back to the 47-yard line.
2nd and 15 for the Bulldogs. Horn back to pass.
Horn looks. Going deep. Could be intercepted.
Sure.
Should be, and it is.
Cow. I mean,
is that Trevor Branch?
Yes.
Branch comes out to the 40-yard line. Look at the sophomore. Look at little Trev. I see you, boy.
There could have been 3 South Braves pick that pass off.
Yes.
They just had to call out mine. I got it. It's mine. They should have been fighting over that interception. There was, I think, some sort of a miscommunication, I think, there with Columbus North.
Clearly miscommunication. Sophomore Trevor Branch. We talked about the sophomores for the South Braves and some that are coming that are not even in high school yet. A lot of talent coming up through the ranks here on the south side. 1st and 10 from the 40 for the Braves.
South
leading
looking to
by
go up
2
3
touchdowns.
scores if they can put it in the end zone here. Quick counter to Kati.
Oh, boy. He almost got through the tackle of Luke Ravel.
Hard fought 4 yards there for Josh Kati.
I don't know how he got that many. It just
he had 2 on him immediately in the backfield, and he broke that tackle and was able to churn out a couple more. Kati coming out for a quick break.
Doesn't happen very often.
Zaire White, the sophomore, checking in for the South Braves.
We'd love to see him get a carry here. Let's see what happens on 2nd and 7.
Heron Lowe and McNeil split out wide to the right. rollout here for Wilson.
Screen possibly.
Good throw
No,
to Lowe.
gets it to Lowe. Lowe, surging.
First
Boy, that's the
down.
second time you see him twist for that first down. You think you have him tackled, and he spins his body for those extra couple of yards.
Yeah, he's got a good knack for in terms of where the chains are and being able to get there and move those chains.
Down to 6 minutes to go in the quarter. Also the half. 21-6 Braves. Here
Quick
comes
pitch out to Josh
Kati.
Kati.
Head full of steam. Kati just has no regard for his body, and I say that
Yeah, he
in
puts
a
it on
good
the
way.
line.
That's a compliment. You see how hard he runs. Nas McNeil still looking for his first catch of the game. Pressure coming from the far side. Here it comes.
There it is.
There's McNeil.
Good block
First
there by
down
Ham.
and more. Nas McNeil looking for a big one.
Quick 20 yards for Nas McNeil on the catch.
You saw that pressure coming from the far side. A great read by Brady Wilson, the sophomore.
I was also off on that score report. It's actually 20-13. Northview was up on Indian Creek. They had been 13-13. They scored, put them up 20-13.
Kati in the backfield with Wilson. First and 10 from the 28. Kati cuts up. Gets about 8. That's just a quick cut. One step in the ground, and he just,
I mean, not to state the obvious, but this would be the Braves' fourth possession.
Yep.
Looking like, barring a turnover or a fumble, whatever, but looking like their fourth possession, fourth touchdown coming up. Long trip from Columbus to Terre Haute.
It is a very long trip.
You don't want to go into halftime down, 4 or 5 scores.
You don't.
Although Columbus North does get the ball after half, so
right.
At least one positive.
You look at the way this series has gone. This is their 10th meeting. 10th year in Conference Indiana for the Braves and the Patriots, and this has been a one-sided series.
It's a bit of a down year for Columbus. I know they were up quite a bit on Terre Haute North. Terre Haute North came back in the fourth, had it tied up, and lost on like a last-second touchdown. So just scoreboard watching. Terre Haute South really handled Terre Haute North pretty easily. Who we got coming out here?
Josh Kati off the field for a moment.
Josh Kati off for a little blood timeout.
Yeah. So Alex Rose be in the backfield with Wilson.
I have a feeling we might just see Alex Rose just smash it up the middle real quick for a quick 5 yards. Although Columbus North's 2 interior linemen they are big kids.
Wilson, the pass.
Good throw.
Has a man. Nas McNeil got down to around the 6. So nice route. Only time the Braves able to beat the Bulldogs was the 2014 season where the Braves went 10-2, made it to the regional.
The Braves win Conference Indiana
overtime
that
win.
year, or did Bloomington South still win Conference Indiana that
Bloomington
year?
South, I bet, won Conference Indiana.
Yeah.
That'd be my guess.
Yeah.
Bloomington South was who beat the Braves in that regional.
Sure. In that year?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
First
there's that
and
fumble we
5.
spoke of.
Oh, boy. Do the Bulldogs have it? They say they do. The referee says they do. Ball came out. The Bulldogs opportunistic. Saves them from going down 3 scores. 3:23. Quick change timeout. We'll be right back.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
We're going to get a timeout here. We'll take one timeout. We'll raise you one. We'll be right back. 3:23 to go in the half.
Your All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an All-Pro deal on your next car, truck, or SUV? York is my #1 pick. With over 600 vehicles in stock, York has the largest selection to meet your needs. We're talking new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Take it from one All-Pro to another, York has your best deal.
Shop online at yorkautomotive.com and we'll show you why we're not #1, you are.
We're not #1.
You are.
You're #1 at York.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all, making sure everyone felt welcome, sharing our favorite foods from around the state, like Butterburgers and fresh frozen custard, greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care, believing a smile makes everything taste better.
1st and 10. Oh, boy, he would push back into the end zone, but he had the forward momentum. They'll spot this thing, somewhere around the 3-yard line probably.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are in a really dangerous spot
Yes.
here. So the Braves' 4th possession, I feel like we jinxed them a little bit. We said, hey, barring a turnover, fumble, something like that. Sure enough, that's what happened. So the Bulldogs did get a crucial stop. So what you don't want is a safety here, kick it back to the Braves.
Right.
Braves drive down and score before the half. But in this sort of territory, that's what we look for. I would send Alex Rose, get some pressure, try to get a safety.
Crucial play here. Horn back to pass. Has blocking. Hands on! Oh, my!
Grounding.
Got rid of it just in time.
They took away that.
They took away the intentional grounding. Oh, my! The penalty, but maybe in the end zone. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I thought that they had changed that rule this year in high school football.
Intentional grounding in the end zone, though, so maybe that's the caveat to that.
So like we said, there goes the safety. The Bulldogs will kick it back to the Braves. The Braves will try to score before half. You don't want that.
There's your pressure.
You don't want that.
I was just getting ready to say, pivotal play if the Braves stop him. Do you call the timeout? It was not an incomplete pass to try to force that punt, have time. Now you're going to get the free kick, get the ball back, possibly go up that 3 scores plus. I like Coach Haston's aggressiveness, but you got to make sure you get those blocks if you're going to be passing it from your own end zone with 2:40 left. You look at possibly a covered sack. Horn had a lot of time there. You got to get the ball out of your hands in that situation. So as a senior, you want to be able to make that play. And unfortunately for the Bulldogs, not able to make it that time. Braves benefit up now 23-6.
So the Bulldogs will kick from the 20. I assume Lowe and McNeil will be back to return for the Braves, so we'll see if they can get the ball in their hands quickly and how many yards they can gain before Wilson and company take over for the offense.
So the Bulldogs had an opportunity. We're not able to do anything with it. The Braves defensively playing a gym.
Well, that's what I thought. Yeah, there must be different intentional grounding rules from the end zone as opposed to the field of play or something, because they have changed intentional grounding in high school where it is not a call anymore. So anyway, Deshaun Lowe on the return for the Braves. Let's see what he can do with it. Looking to get outside.
Looking for a block. Not going to get there. He's not going to get there. Gets to midfield, though.
Yeah, the Bulldogs have had really good pursuit angles and just containment all evening in terms of looking for a positive. They do take really good angles on the field, and the Braves have not really been able to bust anything too long yet. It's been kind of more meticulous and a couple 15-yard touchdown strikes, but no 50 or 60-yard plays yet for the Braves.
Well, the Braves are 50 yards away.
Now I would like to see a shot here to Nas McNeil. You got the safety. And he's starting
now
to
they're coming over. Yeah.
He's creeping down in the box,
he is.
though.
Coming
If
pressure.
McNeil over the top will be open. Again, pretty decent contain for the Bulldogs. Only, holding Josh Cottee this year to 2-3 yards. You're feeling pretty good about that.
And once again, the Braves go away from the pressure. Once again, the Braves go away from the pressure. We've seen that a couple of times. Safety crept up.
Yeah, so we'll see. And maybe they've seen something on film where number 3, Jabari Collins, the 5'10", 165 senior, does look like a good athlete, but with not a lot of help over the top, I would like to see a shot to
I agree.
Nas McNeil.
And Wilson points out the pressure on the far side. Needs a block. Has it. Turns his body, get rid of it. He floated one up, and that's a tough catch for Heron.
Yep.
Yeah. Went down hard. Wilson got rid of the ball just in time.
Yeah, he was definitely eyeing Nas McNeil, but didn't pull the trigger.
Now 146 on this third down play. Braves on this 3rd and 8 have to be careful.
Yeah, I have a feeling Coach Heron might elect to be a little aggressive if they don't get it here, but we'll see. A minute 46 with 2 timeouts.
I'd love to see what the safety
plenty
does
of
here.
Time to score.
Boy, McNeil press coverage on the near side.
If he can get off of it, man.
Wilson looks. Oh, boy, and it's almost intercepted or tipped. He was looking for Heron. Edwards tipped it. That was that really helped out the Braves. Edwards getting a hand on that ball because Collins was right there.
Yeah, Nas McNeil and Deshaun Lowe, a little bit frustrated. I think they feel like they are open and they would like to see the shot be taken, but I'd like to see the sophomore make good decisions and not
playing
force
a good
anything
team as
before
well.
halftime.
You're not playing chop liver. These are guys.
No, Columbus North can play. They've got athletes.
1:41 to go. Columbus North bringing some pressure, does not get to the punt.
But
they'll have plenty of time with which to work.
With that said, I do think we
What
will
a bounce.
see Nas McNeil or Deshaun Lowe hit a 60 or 70-yard touchdown here in the second half because they are rolling that coverage up with not a lot of help over the top, so that's dangerous against the Braves.
So the Braves, after that punt, a magnificent bounce all the way down to the 13-yard line. Columbus North does have 2 timeouts. They've got to go a long way, 87 yards. But when you pitch it around for 2,000 yards in 8 games, that lets me know that you're capable.
Absolutely. They tried last possession. It kind of bit them, though. So what you don't want to see as a Bulldogs fan, you don't want to see an interception, a pick six, something like that, like we saw in the Terre Haute South, Terre Haute North game with just a couple minutes left in the half. A pick six can really.
Horn looking deep. In the air. Underthrown. Oh, what a grab. What a grab. Woohoo.
Yeah, that's his second
McNeil
best
was
catch.
right there.
That's his second best catch of the day because I really wish we had, instant replay because Cooper Horn had a drag route to this about the 40 earlier where he caught it with his offhand, one-handed, and just tucked it real quick. Cooper Horn coming into today had about 1,120 yards. He's probably over 1,200 now and 18 receiving touchdowns on the year. So
now Horn's on the far side. Look at going over the middle, too tall.
Man.
Was looking for Blake Wilson.
Yeah, he had him. He just kind of Justin Fields it and overthrew the wide open guy about 9 yards from him.
Nas McNeil on that play 2 plays ago was in great position.
Yeah.
Horn just made a great throw, and the other Horn made a great catch. So sometimes you just get beat like that.
Yeah. Their connection, you can tell they've played catch a few times. They've ran around on the yard, I think, together a time or two.
Blythe in motion back there with Zach.
Horn
does not
back
have
to
it. Here comes Cooper. Here he comes. I mean, it's just the window dressing of Blythe takes your eyes off of Cooper.
Yep.
Easy pitch and catch.
Yeah, Cooper Horn has to have he's over 100 receiving today with that first touchdown for Columbus North. So, like you said earlier, we might have to look at halftime and see if this young man's getting any looks anywhere because statistically, he's definitely putting up the numbers and he's made some incredible plays so far in this first half.
Oh, 3rd and 10. They're going to say incompletion. It was incomplete. I thought he caught that. 3rd and 10 from the 45-yard line of the Bulldogs. 1:12 to go in the half. Quick out to Blythe. Blythe dodges one tackle, gets close to the first down.
Look at Coach Jackson.
Very nimble.
Very nimble for a bigger, older dude.
That's right.
A little bit older.
I'm going to tell him you said that.
Please don't.
Oh, man. His son Bryson is a monster, too, man. He's going to be a big one.
How old is his son?
Oh, Bryce is about 13.
Okay, so he's younger, middle school.
Yeah. Looking. Horn has the first down. Down to 1 minute. Clock stops.
Columbus is probably their best drive of the game, really.
I was thinking
because
that.
their only scores came on that trick play on the end around to Edwards, who popped up and threw it to Horn.
First and 10 from the 43. Clock rolling. Pressure coming from the backside. Cooper's downfield. Oh, couldn't get him. Oh, pressure coming from the backside. Drew Dees drags down Zach Horn. Zach slow to get up. Bulldogs have to take a timeout. We'll take one with them as well. 39 seconds to go. Back for the conclusion of the half in a moment.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Second and 9 after that timeout. Cooper Horn had broken free, but Zach didn't see him, couldn't locate him. Looking to the far side. Uh-oh. You have
catch there by number 88, Nathan.
How many
Palmer.
timeouts they have? Didn't get any yards there hardly.
They have one.
3rd and 9, 3rd and 5. Got to get set. Bulldogs, 25 seconds. Flag. Yep, didn't get set. Didn't get set.
Score update, second quarter. Northview Knights are up 40-20 on Indian Creek. So leading by 3 scores currently.
Wow.
For the second place in the WIC conference. Knights on pace to score 80
Clock
tonight,
rolling.
Walt, but it looks like, maybe they get to a running clock. Dump down.
Trying to get out. Oh, boy, the ball dropped. Ball was dropped, and that actually probably the good thing, because I don't know if they had any timeouts. The clock was rolling. It would have been 10 seconds and trying to get into the playoff. 11.7 seconds to go. It's 4th down. Don't know that they would have gotten another playoff there, Brock. So now, do you deep corner? Do you go take a heave in the end zone? What do you do?
Yeah, I think they probably take a shot here to Cooper Horn. They probably drag him across the formation deep, if I had to guess.
Braves bring 3, drop 8. Got a quick out, and then you're going to get some yards there, but it's not going to be enough for the first down. The scoreboard says 4th down.
You're working with 16 and 17.
Oh,
That's
my.
why, as a coach, you gotta make sure
Wow,
you call
head
something that
scratcher.
gets to the sticks. You can't rely on the 17-year-old to make the smart play, because they're not always they're a bit more primal when they're out there. They're not always thinking about those situational things where obviously the head coach knows that, but you dump it down to your 17, 18-year-old, and he squirts out of bounds real quick because he thinks he's making the right play. You got to stop the clock.
Normally
but
it would be.
It's 4th down.
Yep.
Braves get it, so I'd like to see him take a shot here, dump it down, but it looks like they might go victory formation.
Up 23-6. The Braves are going to be glad
Columbus
to be
North
where they
getting it,
are.
at halftime.
Columbus North will get the ball, start the second half. As the Braves, I tell you, it looked good, had the turnover that slowed them down a little bit, but they did get the safety right after that. 23-6 over a very proud program, the Columbus North Bulldogs. 24 minutes in the books, 24 to come after the homecoming festivities. We'll take a commercial break. come back with some halftime analysis. We'll be right back after these messages on the Indiana Sports Network.
Saturday, November 5th at the Zora Shrine Theater. Spend an evening with country music legends. Labor League presents Lone Star.
Every little thing that you do, baby, I'm amazed by you.
With Dina Carter on the Surf Pro stage.
Strawberry wine.
Get your discounted tickets today at Casey's General Store or Eventbrite.com. Lone Star with Dina Carter, Saturday, November 5th at the Zora Shrine.
So what do we do before we cross the street?
We look for ways for cars.
No cars. All right, let's go.
But Daddy, why do you have to hold my hand?
To keep you safe. That's why we look for cars. I'm watching out for danger to keep you safe.
Daddy, who watches out for you?
Protect your family and loved ones with Micah Bonomo.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Terre Haute South has played a pretty, I don't want to say magnificent. I'm going to say they played a pretty good game. I almost said magnificent.
Yeah, if you take away that fumble on the 5-yard line,
I would have given them the word there, but
Terre Haute South would be 4 for 4.
Yeah, to be against Columbus North, a team that, quite frankly, every year kicks their butt.
Sure.
Up and down the field, whether it's here or 2 hours away in Columbus, to be up 23-6 at halftime, Coach Heron has got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I would say so. If you take away the fumble on the 5, Terre Haute South had 4 possessions. They should have scored on all 4.
Right.
You take away the trick play by Columbus North, and outside of that last possession, they started to move the ball through the air a little bit. But Columbus North has not really established the run yet. We'll see if Terre Haute South can get Deshaun Lowe and Nas McNeil involved, because the Bulldogs are definitely selling out to stop the run, rolling up safeties, things of that nature. So McNeil and Lowe are getting open downfield. So we'll see if Wilson starts to take some shots to his playmakers and keep him a little bit more honest in the back half of that defense.
You look at what the Braves have done defensively. They held Bloomington North to 20. They held Southport to 7, which I'm no disrespect, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take that one out of the equation.
Sure.
Other than that, they've given up 4 scores to everybody.
Yeah.
So the Braves, and maybe a couple of those were at the end of the game. I know, for example, Gibson Southern was the end of the game. There may have been a couple of late scores at other places, but the Braves haven't really they've been better defensively for sure, but they haven't been a defensive stalwart. Tonight, they've looked good defensively.
Yeah, I mean, Alex Rose is a serious problem. He's probably already at 8 tackles this game. Drew Thies is all over the field.
Yes.
Nick Yatska can play. They rotate Lowe and McNeil in on defense, and they don't play Josh Cottee on defense, so he gets the time to kind of rest. So I would like to see Columbus North. You made a comment earlier that Blythe coming into the game, 800 yards, 8 touchdowns, and he's maybe only had a handful of carries tonight. So maybe Columbus North comes out after halftime and starts running the ball a little bit more.
Running backs need rhythm, to really get going. Unless you may pop one off for 30, 40, 50, but to really be an effective runner, you need to be in rhythm, and you don't get those touches. It's hard to get that rhythm.
The Northview Knights are playing really well tonight. I'm pretty surprised. Up 20 on the Indian Creek Indians. So for second place in the WIC, it looks like Northview's going to score again. We're
both kind of surprised
48
at that score,
to
especially.
20. Yeah, I mean, I knew Northview was going to score, but right now they're on pace to score about 90 this evening. I thought the Terre Haute South Braves this evening they were on pace. They started out hot those first 3 possessions scoring. There's been some sloppy penalties. That's helped Columbus North keep some drives alive. So Columbus North needs to get the ball, try to score, but if not, just establish the run, get Blythe involved. That will open things up for that passing game. Because right now, Terre Haute South doesn't really have to worry about the rushing game so much.
And what can you say about, of course, Zach Horn has to throw the ball, but, man, Cooper Horn, this kid can play.
Yeah, we have to look, but he's had some amazing catches so far tonight. We saw, obviously, the statistics coming in, and sometimes those can, be, overweighted due to a couple games here and there, but he's definitely the real deal. He's had a one-handed catch. He's had some great sideline catches. He's made some catches in traffic, so Cooper Horn has been really fun to watch. So we'll see if they can continue to get Cooper Horn involved in the second half, maybe get him back in the end zone, but the young man has 18 receiving touchdowns on the season.
When you look at the stats that he has coming into this game and what he has now, clearly over 1,200 yards on the season, and then having that many touchdowns, looking at, coming in with 16 touchdowns. At their schedule, non-conference, Decatur Central, Roncalli, Cathedral.
Some serious football
So you're
teams.
playing, along with Conference Indiana, you're playing good competition.
Absolutely.
I'm hoping we can get some conversation with the radio guys from Columbus North here in a moment. I would really like to know who's looking. I tried to look it up. Trying to see who's eyeing Cooper Horn. That
on
kid's
the
got
other
talent.
side of the ball, another 18 touchdown scorer, Josh Kati, just set the Terre Haute South rushing record in the first half. He's probably sitting at right now, 1,350 yards, give or take. He's had 2 touchdowns already today, so he's at 19 rushing and 2 receiving, so he's at 21 touchdowns on the year. So to have 2 players like that, one with 18 touchdowns, one with 21, just in 9 games, that's pretty rare.
Going on right now. Terre Haute South up 23-6. Step aside for this commercial break. We'll be right back on the Indiana Sports Network.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When offered advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy. That's 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
4 years ago, I drove my daughter to Riddell National Bank, where she opened her savings account. Today, she's still saving money. My relationship with Riddell is better than ever, too. No other bank focuses on relationships as much as they do. I can count on them for small business loans when I need them. Riddell National Bank helps small business owners and their families grow, both financially and personally. Riddell National Bank, making friends since 1885.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Back at halftime at Bob Clemens Field, 23-6, Braves on top. This is the last game of the regular season here in the state of Indiana, high school football. Next week, sectionals begin in several of the classes. Class 1, 2, 3, and 4A will begin sectionals next week. Here in 5A, here at Terre Haute South High School, they will begin sectional play on October the 28th. The Braves will be off next week, but we'll have a home game against number 8 in Class 5A, Franklin 6-2. So the Franklin are they the Grizzlies? Boy, I'm thinking of Franklin in college.
Cubs.
I don't know about Franklin High School. I agree calling them the Grizzlies. I'm not sure what they are.
I don't know why I think it's the Franklin Tiger.
We'll go with that. We'll go with the Franklin.
Regardless, the Franklin number 8 team in the state.
Yes.
Coming to Terre Haute South, I think the Terre Haute South Braves had the capability of surprising Franklin.
I agree.
Coming into town. A decent little trip Franklin has to make, and this South team is dangerous. So when you look at Franklin's conference coming from the mid-state compared to Conference Indiana, they're very comparable.
Yes.
Top to bottom, it looks like Whiteland is probably the top team in the mid-state right now. They're in the bottom of that bracket with Terre Haute North. So Whiteland is 7-1, Franklin is 6-2.
Yep.
Terre Haute South, if they can squeak by Franklin, squeak by Whiteland, I think those are 2 winnable games.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy, but I think you feel better about that than having to draw Bloomington South in the bracket below them.
When you look at the alignment in the sectional 14, of course, 6A and 5A, you're looking at 14 sectionals, which to me is strange, but you kind of thin things out so that you're not playing, a team like Terre Haute South or McCutcheon or Munster or Maryville is not playing the Avons, the Brownsburgs, the Carmels, the Ben Davises. You don't want, so they thin the classes out. But Franklin and Terre Haute South hosts. Then you have Terre Haute North and Whiteland hosts. I don't know how the alignments would go for the sectional championship if South and Whiteland, the 2 home teams, if they both win. I don't know who draws the home game for that sectional championship.
That's a really good question. I'm not sure.
I'm sure it's on the website. It probably says the top team or the bottom team, the bracket.
I assume maybe the top of the bracket.
I didn't look at that.
Yeah, I'm unsure.
But if South can beat Franklin, get a home game,
anything can happen.
Or either go to North or get a home game against Whiteland, because going to Whiteland on a school day, man, that's a kind of a tough drive.
Yeah, it's a bit of a trek.
So we were there last weekend for marching band.
Sure.
And that's going
hour
south
and a half.
side, 465 south and 65 south. Man, you don't want to do that on the school day. Let them do that so hopefully, we got to beat Franklin. But just kind of looking ahead, you kind of hope.
There is a path for the Terre Haute South Braves to win a sectional championship this year.
For the first time since 2014, that would be huge.
It's definitely possible.
Yep.
And whenever we flip to the 4A sectional, looking at sectional 21 where the Northview Knights have Brebeuf, the number 9 team, 4-3 Brebeuf, but those the teams that they've lost to: Roncalli, Chittard, all the privates in Indy. So, the Knights, they tend to never get very many favors in terms of their sectional draw, but really the number 2 team, the number 9 team, the number 10 team in 4A, all within the 8 teams of their sectional. The 3 teams the Knights would have liked to have seen drawn, they are on complete opposite sides of that bracket.
Battling against each other with, it's just the way the ball bounces. When you look at that section, when you finally, the Northview Knights, they finally get away from Wrights and Memorial and Central and Evansville. Then they finally get away from Jasper. And then you get Roncalli and you get Morrisville, who's been excellent the last few years. And you get Brebeuf, who is Brebeuf.
Yeah.
Boy, you just get – and don't forget, we don't have Danville anymore. Well, they were hot the last few years ago, but now, man, you get no favors.
We look below in the sectional 22 where you look at Richmond, Connersville, Beech Grove, Newcastle. No disrespect to any of them now. New Palestine, they're a problem.
Fortville is ranked top 10. I can't remember what their ranking is. They're top 10. So, I mean, it's just Northview Knights. They've had a tough road to hoe, as they say. But they do have a home game So, you look at the way they look tonight, if they could finish this thing off, have a home game next week against Brebeuf.
When you have to pick the top, sectional pairing to the best teams in this side of the bracket, it's very, very easily sectional 21. They might be better than the other ones combined.
When you look at the teams, Mooresville's number 10, Roncalli is number 2, Brebeuf number 9. Addicts has bounced back after getting thumped by North in early this season.
Sure.
They've got 5 wins on the season going to today. So
Northview and Lebanon unranked at 5-3, 6-2.
Yes.
They've lost to some good football teams. So that's a very, very tough sectional that the Northview Knights are going to embark upon.
I'm sorry. We'll step aside one more time, come back for the start of quarter number 3. Players are getting back on the field. They'll get their stretches after the Queen was recognized. We'll be right back after these messages on the Indiana Sports Network.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
Saturday, November 5th at the Zora Shrine Theater. Spend an evening with country music legends. Labor Lake presents Lone Star.
Every little thing that you do, baby, I'm amazed by you.
With Dina Carter on the Surf Pro stage.
Strawberry wine.
Get your discounted tickets today at Casey's General Store or eventbrite.com. Lone Star with Dina Carter, Saturday, November 5th at the Zora Shrine.
Your All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an All-Pro deal on your next car, truck, or SUV? York is my #1 pick. With over 600 vehicles in stock, York has the largest selection to meet your needs. We're talking new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Take it from one All-Pro to another, York has your best deal.
Shop online at yorkautomotive.com and we'll show you why we're not #1, you are.
We're not #1.
You are.
You're #1 at York.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all, making sure everyone felt welcome, sharing our favorite foods from around the state, like Butterburgers and fresh frozen custard, greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care, believing a smile makes everything taste better. And it's a tradition we bring with us yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at yorkautomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Welcome back to Terre Haute South with about maybe a minute left before we kick off in this second half. Terre Haute South leading 23-6. The Columbus North Bulldogs will receive the second half kickoff. We've seen Blythe and Edwards return for the Columbus North Bulldogs this evening. Another congratulations to Josh Cottee on setting the Terre Haute South single season rushing record. He's at about 1,350 so far, so we'll see what happens in the second half. But congratulations to Mr. Cottee for the hard work and setting the school rushing record. And I know he would say thanks to his linemen and the people up front that have made those holes. But in terms of a running back in the Wabash Valley, there's none better right now than Josh Cottee. Number 5, Damon Edwards to return for Columbus North. brought out of bounds by number 45, Colton Higginbotham for the South Braves. We'll see if Zach Horn and the offense for Columbus North can get into a bit of a rhythm. We've seen some trick plays tonight for Columbus North where they were able to find Cooper Horn in the end zone for his 18th touchdown on the year. We'll see what they can draw up here in the second half. We would like to see him establish the run a little bit, maybe wear down this South defense, keep the South defense honest, and then try to maybe attack over the top. So we'll see what Coach Haston has for this defense. Blythe in motion. Inside handoff to number 20, Sam Marino, the 5'6" sophomore.
You know, Marino's got 3-4 carries tonight?
Yeah, he's had a couple carries this evening. Couple sophomores getting involved in Mormino, and who was the other sophomore that they had in there earlier on defense making some plays?
Second and 2. South showing pressure. Here they come.
Another handoff to Mormino, but met by several Braves there. Brought down in the backfield.
Flag on the play.
Number 21, Jaden Hoole leading the charge for the Braves. Terre Haute South with the face mask called. That'll be
That's
first
penalty
down.
number, what, 5?
Yeah. Yep. And that's a big one.
That's
That's
tough.
15, the first down.
And on what would have been a big third down. What, third and 3?
Yep.
Boy. Well, the Braves give up the first down on the penalty.
So now Horn is flanked by Mormino and Blythe in the backfield. Two running backs.
Looking for
rolled
Cooper
out
probably.
by Horn.
Over the middle. Oh, a dangerous pass. Gets up to, who was that, Edwards?
Edwards with the first down catch.
But when you're 6'3", I guess it's not a dangerous pass, is it?
Yeah, but he's definitely lollipopping some of those out. You know, I have a bad feeling the South Braves, they do have one interception on the evening, but they might be able to get under one of those if he keeps laying it out there for him.
Coming from down below, I talked to Trevor Branch's mother on the way up. And pass. Oh, boy, a little high that time. You know, she was talking to her husband, Samuel Lewis, and she was getting on him because he wasn't ready with the camera to record the interception. And I said, hey, Jazz, IndianaSportsNetwork.net. You can look at our broadcast. The coverage is right there for you.
Oh, yeah.
Second and 10.
Again, Horn with Mormino and Blythe in the backfield. It looks like number 9, Landon Wilkinson, the sophomore.
Coach Jackson's hot.
Jumped for the Braves.
Yeah, we're gonna send in Jude McCoskey.
Wilkinson, though, the 6'4", 235-pound sophomore. That's a big boy.
Yes. Braves with
Blythe.
Blythe.
With the inside hand.
Oh, he ducks under a tackle. That was a nice.
That was a really good move.
Mm-hmm.
Close to a first down there for Columbus North. It looks like it might be third and short. No, first down.
Blythe is 5'11". It's not like he's 5'7".
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
Yeah, ducking under that, very agile.
So aided by the face mask penalty, obviously, but Columbus North putting together a little bit of a drive here to start the second half.
They've had a couple of drives. They've had the one drive, they had the trick play. They had a second drive, another drive that ended in a turnover. So they've had a couple of them, really good ones. Up the middle running, once again. Very good ball protection as Blythe. Cover that ball going through the hole.
Like they are trying to establish the run like we wanted them to see them do. Big number 89, Leon Brown, the 6'3", 255-pound tight end here is, you know, Columbus North has some serious size up front.
Yes, they do.
So we'll see if they can keep pounding the rock here, but that will help in terms of wearing down the D-line, and some of those D linemen are playing offense for the Braves as well.
Sheds a tackle. Blythe does again. This is that rhythm. We talked about the rhythm that running backs need. He's starting to feel it a little bit.
Yeah, he looks really good. Every time
Yep.
he's gotten the ball tonight, he's looked really good. So I'm a little confused why they've not utilized him just a little bit more this evening.
Yeah.
But so far, so good in the start of this second half for Columbus North.
So I say this will be what, play number 6 on this drive, something like that.
And probably 3 or 4 rushes for Blythe so far.
1st and 10 from the 30. Blythe goes in motion.
Oh, flag.
Yeah. Boy. Mormino was going to get the carry. False start by the Bulldogs. I believe that's their second penalty. First and 15 after that penalty.
Mormino and Blythe still in the backfield with Horn.
Same play. Going to give it to Mormino.
So it looks like the big adjustment Columbus North has made so far is they're going a bit more dual halfbacks with Horn in the backfield. So instead of just one, they brought in the sophomore Mormino and are getting Mormino and Blythe involved in this running game and really starting to move the chains.
Coming into the game, Mormino about 274 yards on the ground. Same formation. Looking to pass. Hitch. Going to pull it and tuck. He's not going to get much. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. When you don't have the receiver open downfield, that's what you want to do.
Yeah, he was definitely looking for Cooper Horn, but they are definitely starting to roll their safety, over the top to find number 2 to make somebody else beat them in that passing game.
Yep. 3rd and 10. Big play here on the opening drive. Already a 4-minute drive for the Bulldogs.
Horn back to pass.
Looking.
Oh,
over the middle, picked. That's Alex Rose. He's looking for blocking.
Yeah.
He has across the 50, the 40. Alex Rose tiptoeing the sideline down to the 15. Big turn of events to the Braves after the Bulldogs were looking to score.
So that's the second
You called it
there for Horn this evening. And that one really even wasn't necessarily lollipopped up there. It was just kind of thrown right to Alex Rose. Alex had that adrenaline pumping. Had he been just a little bit more patient and just waited on those blockers and really let that kind of establish, I think he could have got that to the end zone. But I'm sure Josh Cottee is not mad at his buddy for getting him in scoring position
That's
again.
right. So the Braves will take over. Man, a 4-minute-plus drive ends in a turnover for the Bulldogs. Braves have their best field possession of the 9 with the 15-yard line. Cottee looks, gets a little pitch.
Out to Cottee.
Looking for blocking. Tries to find a hole. Blythe, a great job to latch on to the shoestrings. Also, Ian Calvert right there for the tackle.
Yeah, Columbus North has done a pretty good job containing this South offense in terms of explosive plays. We've seen this South offense make a living on 50, 60-yard plays this year, and so far the Bulldogs have not given that up. They've done a good job stretching out the field. They've done a good job in terms of pursuit angles, things of that nature. And Josh Cottee,
and that's tough. The angles, that's tough to master at a high school level.
They've clearly worked on that because Josh Cottee is normally able to find the outside, get outside, and
over the middle. Cleo Heron, look at Heron. Touchdown. That's touchdown number 2 for the tight end, Chris Heron. I almost called him Carter. Had to bite my tongue for a moment. My, oh my. We'll never know if he had a clean catch or not. We're going to say he did, obviously.
Columbus North was claiming that he did not, but of course they would. But the second touchdown in the evening for the sophomore, Chris Heron, from the sophomore Brady Wilson. So that's a connection we will be calling out for the next couple years.
PAT is good, 30-6. Braves on top, 6:54 to go, third quarter.
If
if somebody's kind of on the fence of going into a recruiting office or just reaching out to a recruiter, I would absolutely encourage it, if anything, just for the information.
We have a lot of enlistment bonuses out there right now, upwards to about $20,000. If you're in college or you plan to be to college, this is a great choice for you, because our organization, we look for students who want to go to college. We also have educational benefits where we pay up to 100% of tuition.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Bit of a shocker here on the south side of Terre Haute, 30-6, and I say bit of a shocker because these are two teams that are at or above 500. This isn't Little Sisters of the Poor that we're playing, and this is a proud program. You look at what Columbus North has done through the years, consistency in Conference Indiana, and for Terre Haute South to be a touchdown away from the thing that we're not going to say is pretty big.
I think your math's off.
Oh,
Walt.
it is off. Oh, gosh.
See, here's what I was going to say, Walt. I'm not going to say I'm mad at a high school student like Josh Cottee. However, or maybe Deshaun Lowe, I don't know who is at fault when the South Braves had the Wildcat fumble at the 5-yard line.
Yes.
However,
yes.
Had they scored on that possession, they would be 5 for 5 in terms of possessions and scoring touchdowns, and their next score would put it into running clock territory. However, I'm not sure we're going to get there.
Columbus North with the infraction, I think it said holding.
We've only had one running clock this year, Walt, and that was towards the end of the Southport Terre Haute South.
Yeah,
game.
the very
All the
end.
other ones have been relatively.
Terre Haute North, Columbus North, Southport. Is that Columbus? Is that Terre Haute North? That
So,
we had?
you know what that was, Terre Haute North.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Terre Haute North, Southport was a running
Which
clock.
we thought we were going to get it pretty early.
Yeah, it took way longer
Yeah.
than we anticipated.
Yeah.
It was like 5 minutes left in the fourth, so pretty good rule. And then 35-point lead is not as common as people would think, especially in 5A football with two 500 ball clubs. Pretty unlikely we see that tonight, barring a turnover, pick six, something like that.
And Columbus North, even though they're in Conference NDA with a lot of 5A schools, they're actually 6A along with Southport. So Columbus North, I
don't know the exact number, but I bet it's, probably
a lot.
2,800 kids, 2,700.
And they draw Jeffersonville in their sectional game. I'm not sure how it's
probably
Jeffersonville
winnable, I
sectional.
bet.
Yeah,
bet
it's
that's
on the
winnable.
road. But then the winner of that plays the winner of, oh boy, it's a lollipop, and the pick, and the 6. You called it, Brock. Nas McNeil. Lollipop, lollipop,
Barring the interception or pick six that just happened, maybe, God willing, it's a Friday night. I'm going to Florida tomorrow, Walt.
Are you?
So I'm hoping to get a good night's rest.
Yeah.
We got to go by Culver's to get butter, bread, burger, and custard that people love.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to eat.
I am too. I'm very hungry. That's 36-6. Got to run a man onto the field. Got plenty of time to do it though.
I would say now the running clock, the probability has spiked on that.
Extra point.
Good.
Late signal good. 37-6. 6:14 to go. Third quarter.
To everyone who loves great food, let us make you a meal the Wisconsin way.
We cook each butter burger to order for you and the people you love, so it's the best part of your day.
The best.
The best.
And every creamy scoop of fresh frozen custard, pure happiness.
Pure happiness.
Pure happiness. Because where Culver's comes from.
And the heart of America's Dairyland.
Our love.
Our love for fresh food is as strong as our love for all of you.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Nas McNeil, the pick six, the about 20-yard return after that interception, brings the score to 37-6. The one time that Terre Haute South was able to best Columbus North, it took overtime. It was 43-35. That was in 2014 when Coach Heron's son was a quarterback. Was it Tim, I do believe, was a quarterback in
Current
2014?
professional MLB pitcher.
Yes.
Tim Heron.
Had a fine 10-2 season, won the sectional. That's the only time the Braves have beaten Columbus North. Big hit at the 22-yard line. The year before that, the Bulldogs beat the Braves 21-20.
So
everything else has been woodshed.
Yeah, everything else is not real
not even close.
No. Wow.
So the Braves trying, not that they're looking for comeuppance. They're looking to. They just want to play well.
Sure.
But they could turn the tables.
Sometimes just competing, can bring confidence into the next season.
That's right.
Getting in Conference Indiana and getting up against Columbus North and Bloomington South and some of the better 5A schools in the state. As long as you're competing year in and year out, that can really bring confidence.
Carrying up the middle for a minimal gain.
Now, running clock, Mr. Harper doesn't like that because then our hourly wage really spikes.
Yeah,
you see.
It does, man. I'm going to tell you.
We can shed off at least 23 to 25 minutes of the time we would spend here. So, wow, good for us. But, yeah, he just kind of lollipopped that to the flat there. Nas McNeil, he didn't really even have to make much of a play. He just kind of jumped up, was right there, picked it off, and was 10 yards from the end zone. First down for Blythe on the run. Blythe has looked really good so far in this third quarter, getting the running game going for Columbus North.
I'd love to know how big Nas's eyes were when he saw that ball floating in the air like that.
Think to yourself, just catch it first, and then your body will take over after that. But if you try to start running first, you will drop it for sure. Mormino on the inside handoff for Columbus North.
The last time Columbus North finished the season under 500, and I guess it'll be the last time they finished the regular season under 500 as well. And that was the 2014 year. The Braves beat the Bulldogs that year, and the Columbus North was 5 and they were 4 and
Alex Rose
4 and 5 in the regular season.
Tackle for a loss on the year. And yeah, not to disparage Columbus North, but it's definitely a bit of an off year.
It is
for this program.
You're looking at since then 6 wins or more.
Sure.
Well, they had a 500 year in 2019. That's COVID year, which
Columbus
is a weird.
North draw in the sectional.
Jeffersonville.
All right, so they'll meet up with Center Grove after that and meet their maker in round 2 of the sectional.
Screen.
Drop off the Blythe.
What a tackle!
Well, who was that?
Nick
Yatzka.
Nick Yatzka. You've been talking about Nick.
Yeah, I mean, every game we've done of Terre Haute South, he makes some sort of a play. He's one of their leading tacklers as a DB, which isn't always a good thing. You don't want your DBs making a ton of tackles. That generally means they're 6 or 7 yards up the field, but someone like Nick Yatzka will get up in the box. He has tackles for losses. Him and Drew Thies are really all over that defensive secondary for the Braves.
4th and 6. Coach Haskins was going to punt.
Here we
Second
go.
punt of the night. That's another good one. Another good punt. I'm telling you, another great bounce.
I just like to see him pick it up and go.
3:22 to go, third quarter. We'll be right back.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
3:22 remains in the third quarter. Terre Haute South up 31 points.
Zaire White is in for Josh Kati right now. End around to Deshaun Lowe. Picks up about 6 or 7 yards.
You know, that's a play that you definitely, if you're a Braves fan, you want to see that 2, 3, 4 times a game.
Sure.
It's going to net you. You want the ball in Deshaun's hands
as much as possible.
Double digits. It's got to be double-digit touches for Deshaun.
Yeah.
And you got playmakers all over the place, but that's boy.
That's an easy way to get the ball in his hands too.
Yep.
You don't have to worry about the pass. Just a quick little end around. You see it on Saturdays and Sundays, and every brand of football. Just an easy way to get your playmakers on the outside of the field. Inside handoff to Zaire White.
And do you like White being in there getting some reps as well?
Absolutely. Tackled there by number 51, Savion Miles, the 6'1", 295-pound defensive tackle for Columbus North.
He's a big boy. We talked about him early in the game.
Columbus North has some guys.
Yes, they do.
Some dudes.
Yes, they do. Third down and 2. White still in the backfield with Wilson.
I think they're just giving Josh a bit of a break, a bit of a breather. They got the week off next week with the sectional bye.
Oh, boy, bad snap. Zaire White does the best he can with it.
What's up for the first down, though? Made something out of nothing there. Yeah. Almost direct snap to White.
When it's a high snap like that and you're right there, just go grab it and go. Because Wilson has to catch it, come down, hand it off. You don't get the first down if Zaire didn't do what he just did.
Yep.
So 3 plays, and they get 10 yards or maybe 11. Get that first down. Clock moves at 1:45.
One high safety with man across the board. So they're just in man free.
Pressure. Over the middle. Oh, boy, incomplete pass. Deshaun couldn't quite hang on to that. Collision at the point of catch. Dislodged the ball a little bit, and Deshaun, we got to look at him. Walking a little gingerly back towards the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, when they're man
I don't like that.
that.
I'd like to see him come out for a play prop.
You've got to take shots down the field like that. So I like the look. You just want to bring that one down. He was real close. Just the ball kind of jarred out.
I'd love to see him come out for a play and get examined. See pressure coming again. Possibly. Here it comes. Kati, I know it's that's Kati. Nope, Zaire. I'm sorry. He got folded up in the backfield. It's going to be 3rd and long. Is there a penalty? There is a penalty.
24 Ocean Guest, the 5'11", 200-pound senior for Columbus North. What they call face mask?
Oh, my. It's a big penalty on the Bulldogs right there. Wow.
Josh Kati will come back in for the Braves. I think Coach Aaron is saying, hey, let's get one more score here, and then we'll go ahead and get Josh out of the game. Oh, okay.
Okay. Inadvertent face mask, 5-yard penalty.
Face mask.
So 2nd down and 9. 1:26 remains the third quarter clock, and it does wind. Lowe and McNeil, the bottom of your screen, looking for the play. We'll see where Lowe lines up. Still having my eye on him. He's all right. Which is what I'd like to see him come out after that incompletion.
I would just love to see a deep shot.
Yeah, me too.
Just in press coverage.
Kati trying to get to the second level, cannot.
Whenever Josh does get up on that second level, he's going to go score.
I know.
Man, they are really pressing the box.
Yes, they are.
Mean, they're man free, so that meaning they're man across the board, I believe, with one safety over the top. Which that one safety right now is Cooper Horn, who can cover a lot of areas.
Yes,
but if you get off this press coverage here for Nas McNeil, put the ball where it needs to be, it should be him racing down the sidelines for about 70 yards.
3rd and 6. Pressure could be coming. Near side. Let's see what happens. Here comes pressure all over the place. Wilson gets rid of it. Wilson gets it to McNeil. McNeil gets a block. McNeil drops the ball. Cooper Horn's got it. The 40. Spinning at the 30. There's a flag on the play. McNeil, I believe, is still on the ground. We have to sort this thing out. There should be a reception, a fumble, and a penalty on someone. We'll see what happens. Big call here.
Great block by Deshaun Lowe on that.
It was. Gotta hang on to that rock. Oh, it's on South because Columbus North's going to wave this thing off, it looks like maybe. South's defense is coming on the field. So the Braves are being the guilty party. Columbus North will decline. They'll have 1st and 10 from, the 31, 32-yard line after the second Braves turnover of the day. From the 31-yard line, Columbus North has the ball. Looking.
Back here by Horn.
Oh, and then he's got the wheel right. Oh, boy.
What a
had the wheel right to Blythe.
It's probably going to be 6 there if they complete that.
My goodness. That's one you have to have right there. He's wide open.
I almost feel like when Horn is throwing, he's really trying to, aim it almost.
Yes.
Like he's.
You always say throw it, don't aim it.
Yeah, just throw the ball. He's really trying to aim it right now. Sometimes he's going a little bit high. Sometimes he's kind of floating it out there, and he's just kind of let it go and let it fly.
Yeah. 1.6 seconds. And it's going to be the last play of the quarter. It's going to be a run for a few yards. At the end of 3 quarters, 37-6, Braves in command thus far. We'll be right back. For quarter number 4, you're watching high school football on the Indiana Sports Network.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help. I found hope. I found recovery. I regained something lost.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
37-6 as we start the 4th quarter. The Bulldogs are trying to get a little closer on the scoreboard here. They've got the ball 3rd and 5 from the Braves' 26-yard line.
Spread formation with no back here for Columbus North. Back
Pressure.
to pass is Horn. Quick drop down to number 88, Nathan Palmer. Picks up the first down.
Palmer was matched up on, I believe he was matched up on Trevor Branch. They went at the sophomore and going to move the chains. Palmer, another one of those 6'3" targets.
Yeah, they got some basketball players out there for sure in terms of height. Horn and the offense look to the sideline. Pistol formation with Blythe behind Horn. Inside handoff to Blythe.
And he's got a nice chunk of yards there. He's got about 5 or 6. So you look at, we talked about the Bulldogs and their sectional number 8. They played Jeffersonville. Jeffersonville coming in today 1-6.
So that's a dub. But then then they got to play Center Grove.
So Center Grove 7-1.
And that's an L.
Franklin is 3-5. So you would think it'd be Center Grove, Columbus North. They've been together sometimes
for sure.
Blythe on 2nd and 4. Can't find any room. Oh, is the ball out? Is the ball out?
For sure. Yeah, they might have not saw that.
It is.
Definitely ripped the ball out.
Braves ball. Oh my! Columbus North are just shooting themselves in the foot time and time again tonight. 10:48 to go in the game. We'll be right back.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Well, the Braves do have the ball back as they, looking to get one more score on the board and maybe move that clock a little faster. Well, it won't move faster. It'll just keep moving.
It just will not stop.
Yeah.
No out of bounds, no first downs, none of that. The Braves elect to keep Zaire White in there. I think Ricassi getting so much work when the game's clearly out of hand now. Bulldogs are not going to come back, so I think they're electing to rest Josh Cotti. We'll see. They might throw him back in if they feel like they need him. I think we might see the South Braves throw here, though.
1st and 10.
Brady Wilson rolls out.
Looking. That's a dangerous area.
Throw.
But you low toward the sideline.
Yeah. That was a good throw, good catch there. Tough throw. That's a tough 6. Yep. A lot of people around. Deshaun had to scrape that one off the ground. That's a bit of a risky throw there by Brady.
Third down and 4. See what the Braves dial up here. Interesting play call here.
Rose is in the backfield now for the Braves with Wilson and Zaire White.
Yep. Little counter there. And it was a good blocking and a good surge. Get to move those chains.
Yep.
Yeah. Tough running there.
Zaire White, that's the name we're going to be calling a lot next year. Like I said, I do, with Rose graduating as well, I do anticipate Zaire White to take over that backfield, but we don't know his other running mates, and maybe there's some freshmen or
never know who will emerge over the summer.
Sure. Yeah, and with the way things are in high school sports now, you never know who's gonna pop up where.
Well, I didn't mean that, but you're right.
Sure.
I was talking about who's going to work hard and impress somebody.
Sure. Or just, work your way up at the school you're at.
But, you're probably, what you said is probably more accurate. 8:45 to go in the game.
Inside handoff to Rose. The inside run game has not been super effective today with Leon Brown and, Savion Miles plugging up the middle at near 300 pounds.
They got some dudes.
Yeah, you're going to try to bounce it outside if you can.
But you're not going to get there.
Get it to Deshaun Lowe on the quick screen. The screen games really worked well, so I'd like to see something like that here. Just kind of extend that running game out because they're still in man-free. They've got one safety. It's kind of in the middle of the field otherwise.
Who's that near side, Brock? Who is that? Is that
here, I think it's been Watkins most of the game, number 80, A.J. Watkins. But maybe it is not now. Yeah, it is.
Look, you got to get rid of it. Yeah, good play, just had to get rid of it.
Good play.
Pressure got there quick.
Very quick. Yeah, they're bringing a lot of blitzes. So you want to try to hit them with something. Right. Have at least a couple checkdowns in whatever route tree or whatever you're running. You want to have a couple that Brady can just hit quick if he sees the blitz coming.
In a lot of games that we've seen, on a lot of teams that we see, if you send that blitz, if you throw that little handoff, a little delay,
sure,
you can get that second level. But against these guys, that has not worked.
No, 51 and 89's really been plugging up that middle. And even number 87, Garrett Long, 6'1", 190. So, I mean, we've got some big kids.
Timeout Braves, 7:53. We'll be right back.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools.
We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service, dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
After the timeout, we got 3rd down and 12. Terre Haute South in total command of this game. They have been. Really, the second half, Brock, has been very sloppy when you look at both of these teams turning the ball over and things like that. So
there's only been, I think, 1 score in the second half.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Just the 1 score?
The pick 6. No.
There's 2.
The Braves scored on a Wilson to Heron pass, and then the pick 6 put us at the current score.
Oh.
Braves move. Speaking of sloppy,
17.
that's the one thing. This has got to be about 8 penalties.
Yeah. It's been several for the Braves this evening.
Yes. You know the series is not going well when the long snapper is warming up on the sideline.
Yeah, when you got 3rd and 17, something was off.
Yeah. Zach Prouse is getting ready. No, I'm sorry. That was Josiah Dudeau.
I'd like to see Wilson just uncork one here. Try to just take a shot.
I don't think we're going to see it. Here comes. Oh, he does. He does. He's got a man. Nas, man. We've been asking for that.
Yeah, we would have liked to have seen him stay in bounds and go another 50 yards to score. Yeah, gone. I mean, you had him. It's been there all day, too.
Yep.
And that was a great throw by Wilson.
I was just going to say, was that a rope or what?
Yeah, it was. I'm not, maybe Nas was just tight roping right as soon as he caught it. But, man, I would have liked to have seen him cut that up if it was possible. I'm sure he would have had he could have. But, yeah, that was a good throw. Quick, 40?
Yeah. 1st and 10 from midfield. Braves 7.5 minutes away from win number 6. Win number 1 over Columbus North since 2014. Here comes White. A flag. Oh, there's a flag. Look at those Jets, though. There's a flag way back in the backfield out around the 48-yard line. Probably a hold coming back.
Yep.
But you can see with Zaire White, you see him get the angle that
he's got
hasn't
a burst
been.
For sure. He's got a burst.
Yeah.
Definitely, obviously not as strong as Josh Gatti.
Right.
Not breaking nearly as many tackles, but in terms of kind of that lateral quickness and that short range speed, he might have Josh in that area.
Well, the penalty negates a great run. 1st down and 18 is what we'll call it.
Score update, roughly 4 minutes into the 3rd. Northview 47, Indian Creek 23.
4 minutes into the 3rd quarter?
Yeah, so we're getting done way earlier
than
that Northview game tonight.
That game started at 7:30?
I think they might have started it later, yeah.
Here comes Low.
End around to Low.
Oh, going to get a few. Not going to get much. Next broadcast for us here on the Indiana Sports Network, Wednesday night at Rose-Hulman, we'll have men's soccer. Franklin will come in town. Men's soccer and women's soccer at Rose-Hulman. They're having a great season. Men undefeated in conference play. Just beat Manchester to go 5-0 in conference. The number 1 seed will host the HCAC tournament. And Rose-Hulman men and women in good position to try to make that happen. So Wednesday night, 7 p.m. at Rose-Hulman. Wilson will run. Get down, young man. He does. 2nd down. It will be 3rd down and about 7.
3rd manageable. Probably, I'm assuming 4 down territory, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's get this 3rd down and not worry about it. I'm pretty sure Brady plays baseball as well. I can't remember what position.
I gotta be shortstop.
Shortstop. That's what I was thinking, but I didn't want to say that. I'm pretty sure it was what it is. So knows how to slide is what I was getting at. 3rd and 7. Under 6 minutes to go. Braves, a very good performance out here tonight, minus penalties. Zaire White gets a block. Oh, he did a great job waiting for his block to develop. hitting the hole at the right time, getting very close to the first.
Oh.
Fourth
Tough
and
spot.
very short. He tried to stretch that first down, didn't quite get it. Offense stays on the field, and they should. Five and a half. You would think that maybe Rose, maybe White, they'll both be in the backfield. Play clock down to 6. Going to have to call a timeout. They're calling a timeout for this 4th down and 1. We'll be right back after this timeout on the Indiana Sports Network.
4 years ago, I drove my daughter to Riddell National Bank, where she opened her savings account. Today, she's still saving money. My relationship with Riddell is better than ever, too. No other bank focuses on relationships as much as they do. I can count on them for small business loans when I need them. Riddell National Bank helps small business owners and their families grow, both financially and personally. Riddell National Bank, making friends since 1885.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
It's a good shot at the coaching staff along with the offense. Coach Heron there as Coach Burks as well is talking about that 4th down play. The 4th down and 1, give it to Rose play maybe. Rose and White is.
I'll tell you this, I would run it to the right side of the Columbus North defense. I would not run it at number 51.
Guess what?
Miles.
Going under center.
Right side. Hey, first time today.
I formation.
Yep.
Up to Rose.
Sure enough.
First down.
First down.
So the Braves will keep the chains moving, keep the clock moving. So, kind of like a running clock.
It's running now. They're getting them set pretty quick right now.
Yep. The Braves
if they can score
go ahead.
40. So how many times have they scored 40 this year?
I was just looking at that. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Only 4.
4 times. Well, they've been shut out twice.
Oh.
White hitting the backfield, bounces it. Gets tightrope to the sideline. Gets to the 10 or so. Nope, it's going to say out at the 18 or 19 yard line. Boy, I tell you what, he ran into his own block. Oh, there's a flag on the field. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is. Now, probably coming back. Yeah. Well, what we're talking about, the Braves have been shut out twice. Bloomington South and Rebuff shut them out.
Yep.
They registered 20 the first game of the week of the season against Gibson Southern, who is 8-0 and number 1 in Class 3A, incidentally.
Sure.
But they put up 45 on Ridge Central, 34 on Bloomington North, 56 on Terre Haute North, 48 on Northview, 42 on Southport, which probably, from what I heard, could have been a lot more, penalties and the like. And then tonight with the 37, in counting. So Braves not necessarily, hell bent on scoring, but they just want to run plays, run clock.
Just controlling the clock, controlling the ball game
Yeah.
to finish it out. You got your sophomore running back in, getting some quality varsity reps.
Yeah.
Again, not looking to next year, but just getting that varsity experience so that when you ask him to take over for Josh Cotti, to
He's
take
got the
over
confidence.
for a school record holder, that you've had a couple quarters under your belt, and you've taken those varsity hits, and you know what that's like to kind of play a little bit hurt through a varsity football game, and I think this is valuable for White because he is 5'6", 155.
He'll put on some weight.
Yeah, he's going to have
a little bit.
He's going to have to. There's
Rose.
Alex Rose. Yeah, I got a feeling Columbus North might not see the ball again. Hand off to Zaire White. Looks to bounce it outside. He does. Uh-oh.
And there's the future you've been talking about. Just come up after the game. My son just asked Andy Amy about yard. Did you hear that? 128.
It's 128 tonight.
Yeah.
So again, that's, Columbus North did not do a terrible job.
No. Held him under his average.
And and obviously he's not really played much in his fourth quarter, which would bump him up over. But
didn't play a whole lot in the third.
They did do a good job though when he was in the game of containing him, and he had one 30-yard run.
Right.
Most of the games we've done of Terre Haute South, Kati has had at least 2 to 3 25, 30-yard runs or an explosive 50 to 60-yard touchdown run or reception at some point, which did not happen tonight.
I was told he had 90 in the first half.
Wow.
So,
so 33 yards, 38 yards.
You look at, a comfortable win here tonight. You have next week as an off week. Go to the 28th.
Resting up and everybody healthy. Zaire White touchdown, running clock.
And a big touchdown there for Zaire White.
Run it.
Terre Haute South sophomore running back is, you got to be happy for that young man. Just as I believe first touchdown of the season, first rushing touchdown of the season, I believe.
What was his rushing for the year? What's he at?
He's not listed
on the.
He's gotten a few carries, but he's not all here on my printout. So at least I believe he had carries come up to tonight this game.
Yeah,
I'm sure he
remember
has.
the games we did. We had a couple. So why is Zaire White not on here?
I don't know. Jude McCoskey getting looked at here. He's up, but obviously something not 100% right. He'll finish the day out. Kind of surprised he was still out there, to be honest with you. So his helmet's being taken or given back to him now.
Yeah, I'm positive. We've watched Zaire carry it a couple times at least this year. So getting the sophomore some reps, watching him kind of grow and get used to the varsity level and the speed, and I'm sure he's excited to get a chance next year.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Hey, is Brady Wilson, Brad Wilson's son? Yeah, that's right.
So the Braves 43-6. A Bulldog-esque score on the Braves. This is what it would be the roles reversed.
Sure.
the Braves trying to change some things, or the wind, the trade winds, the tide winds, however you say that. They're shifting a little bit on the south side of Terre Haute.
I think so. The Braves are getting confident. You've got the connection of Wilson and Heron coming back next year. You got Zaire White coming back in that backfield. You're going to miss Kotze. You're going to miss Rose, but you're going to miss Jude McCoskey. But decent little nucleus that you can build around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, future definitely bright.
Getting a little chippy. We got a running clock, boys. So
let's just get out. Let's just get out of here. There's nothing to talk about. Nothing to chirp about. Let's just get off the field. Everybody healthy.
Which it wouldn't make sense if the clock stops on like a personal foul, because you assume that that's going to happen when it's like, a 37-point game. It might get a little chippy. I don't know why it would all of a sudden stop.
Yeah.
Personal foul against the Bulldogs.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be running.
Yeah. Well, you look at the losses by the Bulldogs. I think the closest one is 14 to Decatur Central. 14 at Chittard. 31 at Bloomington South. 31 at Roncalli. So, and then here tonight, carried there was like 37. So there are some pretty big losses, pretty significant losses when you look at the scoreboard this season.
It's unusual. I mean, Columbus North, they play a tough schedule, so sometimes they might be 6-4, 5-5, but they've taken some losses that they're not used to this year. So I'm sure that they're going to be ready, although they're graduating a ton of their skill players. They're graduating their quarterback, their top receiver.
Long throw is going to be incomplete. That was looking for Cooper Horn, which I was just asking about. And I just found out this is only his second year playing football.
Wow. 18 touchdowns your second year playing football. You're probably pretty decent.
His dad was a walk-on, football walk-on. I think he played running back is what I was just told. So, but Cooper wants to play basketball. I hope the young man I hope he considers
I hope
the pigskin.
I hope he enjoys Olivet Nazarene's facilities as a basketball player.
Sure. Yeah.
That's not to be rude.
No, I mean, or maybe Marion, or
maybe.
But I mean, look at the pigskin, young man.
I could see. I mean, he was impressive enough that he could walk on somewhere and put in the work. And, I mean, he could play ball.
He looked good in blue.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Let's tell Coach Mallory.
I'm sure he knows after tonight.
Right.
43-6. Your final score here tonight as the Braves just all over the Bulldogs, surprisingly so, as get a big victory here on Homecoming 2022. We'll step aside quickly for one last commercial break, come back and bring you an abbreviated post-game show. You're watching high school football on the Indiana Sports Network.
Your all-pro running back Jonathan Taylor here for York Automotive. Looking for an all-pro deal on your next car, truck, or SUV? York is my #1 pick. With over 600 vehicles in stock, York has the largest selection to meet your needs. We're talking new, pre-owned, and commercial vehicles. Take it from one all-pro to another, York has your best deal.
Shop online at yorkautomotive.com and we'll show you why we're not #1, you are.
We're not #1.
You are.
You're #1 at York.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all, making sure everyone felt welcome, sharing our favorite foods from around the state like butter burgers and fresh frozen custard, greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care, believing a smile makes everything taste better. And it's a tradition we bring with us yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
We're the Browns, and this is our account.
Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
It's always a good signal when the home team is cheering the fight song, singing the fight song after 4 quarters have gone off the board. Terre Haute South, a big victory, 43-6. As Brock just a surprisingly dominant performance. And I don't say surprisingly as a knock on Terre Haute South. I just didn't expect them to beat Columbus North by 37.
When we look back at the turnovers that they did have, they had the turnover at the 5, so that would have been another touchdown.
Yep.
So really, realistically, Terre Haute South could have 50 points tonight. So that's pretty unusual against a Columbus team that, barring their trick play they scored on, it could have been shut out tonight because outside of that one play, they did not move the ball very well. They started getting the running game going a little bit in the second half, but overall, just a really dominant performance by Terre Haute South tonight, going into their sectional bye week, and then hosting Franklin, number 8.
Yeah. So both of these teams will have a bye week. Both will start sectionals in October 28th. Good luck to Columbus North at Jeffersonville to get that dub, and then see what happens against probably Center Grove, Terre Haute South. You know, rest up, get Josh Cottee all whatever, Nick's, get him a massage every day. Get him to the chiropractor. Get him to whatever stem treatment, massage, whatever you got. Give it to him. Make sure he's healthy and be ready to go.
And
whatever. Take him to do the Kobe Bryant platelet, whatever, the German doctor. All of that stuff. All that stuff because against Franklin in a couple of weeks.
Travel to Germany in the bye week. Take a couple days off.
That's what Kobe
school.
used to do, man. Quick trip to Germany on the Mamba private jet. Anyway, Franklin comes here in 2 weeks. So the Braves will be ready. Hopefully they'll be rested.
Another congratulations to Josh Cottee again.
Yes,
setting
absolutely.
the single season Terre Haute South rushing record. He's at 21 touchdowns on the year, so he's got the record. Hopefully they can win their first sectional game, get 2 more games. Who knows? He's gonna set a record that's gonna be really difficult to break for the foreseeable future.
The Braves victorious on homecoming. Everybody's happy about that as far as the Terre Haute South side. 43-6, your final score. Our next broadcast Wednesday evening from Rose Holman as, Franklin comes. Is that right? Yes. Franklin comes to town to play Rose Holman in men's soccer. That'll be a 7 p.m. start. Want to thank our sponsors tonight. Our presenting sponsor, Indiana Army National Guard. Our pregame sponsor, Culver's. Farm Bureau Insurance with Michael Bonomo, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Great Dane, Hamilton Cinema, Lynn's Pharmacy, Riddell National Bank, and York Automotive. Want to thank Kenan Harper, Amy Metcalf, and Noah Gastineau. Also Tony Harper, our director and producer. From my broadcast partner, Brock Miller, I'm Walter Gordon saying good night, God bless. This has been a production of Indiana Sports Network, LLC. Thank you for watching.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
You're watching the Indiana Sports Network.